Good morning, friends, and welcome back. I am Mrs. Gordon, and I am so glad you are here learning with me today. Today, I want to talk to you about living or non-living things. Do you know what that means? Living things usually have air to breathe, can walk, hop, jump, and even grow. Non-living things usually do not breathe. They usually sit still, there's no movement, they do not change or grow. So I would like to show you what we can do with classifying living or non-living things. Are you ready to get started? Grab your materials and come to work with me today. Today, I want to start out with a story with you. This story is the story of living and non-living matter. The things we see around us are either living matter or non-living matter. Living matter is matter that is or has been alive. Non-living matter is matter that has never been alive. A mouse is alive, but money is not. Living things do certain activities that non-living things do not. You see our animals here, our plants. There's an eagle. Activities of life. They are responsive, reproductive. There's movement, nutrition, and growth. Living things can move. A fish swims, an insect hops, a bird flies, and you walk. Plants move too, but very slowly. A rock will move only if something else moves it. It can't move by itself. All living things need food to live. If they do not have food, they will starve and die. All living things grow. You are living. You grow. A baby duck grows too. A seed you planted will also grow. It is living. All living things respond to outside forces, such as light and heat. A green plant will respond to light by growing toward it. A toad will bury itself in the ground in winter to protect itself from the cold. Living things are able to make more of their kind. A buck and a doe are able to reproduce a baby deer called a fawn. Can you think of other things that can reproduce? Do you think a deer or a fox, frog, dog, elephant or giraffe or a gazelle? Some living things live a very short time. Some insects live only a few hours. Did you know that? Some living things live a very long time. The giant redwood trees in California live for thousands of years. There have been living things on the earth for millions of years. Do you see these fossils? This is what we call used to be living. All living things do all these activities of life at one time or another. Non-living things cannot do all of them. Can you name some non-living things? Can you name some living things? Let me see if you can help me classify these living or non-living things. I have a picture of a bike. Do you think it's living or non-living? I think this is non-living. I have a sunflower. We talked about plants in our book. Do you think it's non-living or living? I'm going to put sunflower under living. What about this clock? Do you think it's living or non-living? I think it's non-living. What about the pigeon? Well, this bird can fly, it breathes air, and can eat food. This bird is living. What about the rock? Now remember, this can be tricky. Even though rocks are in nature, they do not move unless something else is moving them. They do not grow or change. So this rock is non-living. What about the turtle? Is it non-living or living? This turtle is living. What about the crayons you use to color? Have you ever thought of that before? Are they non-living or living? Crayons are non-living. Look at this beetle. Would you say it's non-living or living? Well, it does crawl, and it does have certain food that it eats. This is living. What about this doll? This doll, which is also a toy, but it can't breathe or move without someone else doing it. Is it non-living or living? This is non-living. This beautiful butterfly. It has a lot of colors. It can fly and it can reproduce. We're going to say this is living. Cookies. Now, I like to eat cookies, but cookies are only made for people to eat them. So this is living, non-living. We have a fern. A fern is a plant. It grows. You might not see it grow very fast. Sometimes it goes slowly. So it is living. Then we have a chair. A chair does not move unless someone moves it to sit on. So this is non-living. living, non-living. Did you sort your material or find anything in your home that's living or non-living? See if you can sort your material. All right, friends, you did great work today. I'm so glad you learned non-living and living things with me. Grab your nearest adult and tell them what those words mean. Remember, living allows you to grow, change, breathe air, have food and water, and non-living things do not change or grow. They are usually still. So make sure you tell your nearest adult what those words mean, and until next time, I wish you well.